As we see the field approaches to 600 meters, its Melody is in front, 2.5 lengths from Bemuse. Then we see that on the 5 lengths behind is Morset. But when the field comes into the straight, it's just a 2-horse race. It's on the inside is Melody, on the outside, drawing up on them is Bemuse. We see Bemuse coming up and collaring Melody. Melody fights back on the inside, but R.S. Bhatti gives this Bemuse 2-3 backhanders, and he responds immediately. He goes clear a length and a half, and you find Melody coming back at him again. But by the time Melody comes back, the race is all wrapped up from Bemuse, trained by Mr. Javed Khan, owned by Mr. Vikram Bachawat, and ridden by jockey R.S. Bhatti.
At this juncture, Wandering Angel, who was tracking the early pace, takes over the running. Discover racing a little wide. Then we got between runners there is Tahoe. Joanna seems to be dropping back and very rapidly. Then we got the one who was making a move there is People's Pride. As they bought into the home straight is Wandering Angel, all out in front, about 4 lengths clear. People's Pride, Discover, Tahoe, they are all trying to gain on Wandering Angel, but who kicked away from the field. As they entered the last 200, she was really galloping in one pace, and the others were not really gaining on her. They entered the last 200, got a few reminders from Vinay Jaiswal as Wandering Angel, and she kept up to the task and won that race in taking style. We may see a photo finish between Tahoe and People's Pride for the minors. We will leave that to the judges' box and let them declare the results.
Right there comes Sea Lion. He's a big striding horse, and he's given him the room. As they straighten for the final run in, and Ashwamegh is still the leader, Stagger comes down the middle to grab it to take up a length and a half one. Then you have Sea Lion being put in top gear. He's a big horse. He's taken his time to get going, and after having been jumping a little tardily, he comes under a little pressure, but in the end, he's reminded of the task. He understands what he has to do, and he draws away very, very convincingly in the end. So the outcome of the third race, the Power Bear Handicap, won by number 11, Sea Lion, trained by Neil Darashah, sporting the colours here of Manjri Stud, winning comfortably in the end.
Over a distance clear as they entered the home straight. Perhaps the jockey went too early, and there was nothing left in the tank as he went for the last 100 meters. He may have misjudged the pace here, because Legendary Striker seems to be cruising as they enter the last 250. Just look at the lead Legendary Striker had. The jockey on Kamila, C.S. Jodha, was really huffing and puffing, got the stick out. Legendary Striker still being pushed hands and heels. And at this point, Kamila comes up, flashes past him. And Kamila got that race in the last stages. Top Notch finishes on third. I'll hand it over to the judges' box.
See a replay here with 600 to run. Sitara going really well in front. She was about 2.5 lengths clear of Erika Legend. And when Hindu Singh pressed the button, she kicked clear by about another couple of lengths. But Soaring High was always in a handy third. The jockey Habe Singh going quite well on the outside there. And he comes to challenge the filly Sitara. And these two fought it out to the winning post, and Silver Bracelet, I think, ran on to finish third. I think Violin found the 1100 meter a little sharp for her as she closed in on the front runners towards the end. But at the moment, it's continued to be Sitara in front, and Soaring High coming with a big run on the outside, with Sitara on the inside, and Soaring High. I'll leave it to the judge. On the naked eye, it looked like the outside to me, but I will allow the judge to make that call. So over to the judge's box for the results of the Bet India races, Bet Responsibly Handicap.
Stride, who's making the pace. We got Circus Queen, who's tracking the early pace. The one who moved wide there is Nandini's Pet. Even wider of the track, there was ASOS. One who got the inside run there is Rush for Gold. At this juncture, UV is racing almost in 6 wide on the outside. They enter the home straight, and the race really changes complexion very quickly. Down the center, we got Rush for Gold. Then we got ASOS. Rare Bird is weaving a passage towards the inside, gets into a stride. UV on the wide outside is accelerating like a winner at the 100 meters. But Rare Bird really warmed up towards the inside and made this race really interesting. They were going ding-dong, and on the replay it looks like Rare Bird got it, but I will wait for the judges' placing. I'll hand it over to them to announce the results.